and greetings from the world of math. Today we will be discussing lesson 4.1, adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. This lesson can be a little tricky at times, so let's review and summarize the basics. When adding polynomials, simply combine like terms. When subtracting polynomials, also combine like terms, but remember to fully distribute the negative. Finally, when multiplying, simply distribute. This can be difficult, so I would suggest either foiling or creating a chart, but we'll discuss that later. Let's get right into an example problem. Let's try a more challenging problem. Jack and Jill go on a road trip from Dallas to New York and stop in Chicago on the way. From Dallas to Chicago is x squared plus 3x minus 3 miles, and from New York to Chicago is 2x squared plus 3x minus 1 miles. While they are driving, their car breaks down when they are x squared minus 4x plus 2 miles away from New York. Let's figure out how far they traveled in total before their car broke down. Step 1. Let's start with the addition. X squared plus 3x minus 3 plus 2x squared plus 3x minus 1 equals 3x squared plus 6x minus 4. To find the total distance Jack and Jill traveled, let's subtract. This may seem easy, but be careful. Many students will often forget to distribute the negative. So, let's rewrite the equation and combine like terms. 3x squared plus 6x minus 4 minus x squared plus 4x minus 2 is equivalent to 2x squared plus 10x minus 6.
Okay, so let's start with the first problem. This is going to be an easy problem, and there's a scenario for this problem, and it's that Jack and Jill want to buy a car, and to do this, they're going to add their sums of money. So we have Jack's money right here, and this is Jill's, and this is the price of the car. So in doing this, we can determine by simplifying the expression how much money they will have left over after buying the car, or if they will even have enough money to buy the car at all. So right here we are adding these two. I'll just add this part. We'll just say Jack Jill and the car here. To better represent this. So we're going to combine the two sums of money for Jack and Jill, so that's why we're adding their total sums here. And then we'll subtract the price of the car. So you can either start by adding these two or by distributing this negative right here. And the way to do this, we'll do this second. So I'll talk more about it later, but you basically distribute the negative. So you start by dropping the parentheses. So I'll just get my eraser here. And this is the first step in adding polynomials. And then you are going to want to combine like terms. So with combining like terms for x squared plus x squared, like terms, it's going to be 5x squared. Then we repeat this process for x and for just the base numbers. So that's 3. So this is the total value right here that they have. So now we distribute the negative here. So start by 3x squared times, and we do everything in the parentheses times negative 1. So we'll have minus 3x squared minus 3x minus 1. So now we have these two terms, and now the final step in this expression, and simplifying the expression, is to combine like terms again. So 5x squared minus 3x squared is going to be 2x squared, and then x plus negative 3x is negative 2x, and then we have plus 2. So after they bought the car, they will have 2x squared minus 2x plus $2, and that wraps up the easy problem. So let's move on to the final problem, the hard problem. And the scenario for this problem is now with Jack and Jill's car. They bought insurance for it, so now we are calculating the total price they paid for insurance so far. So to calculate the price of interest, the interest company has decided to charge a base flat fee of x squared plus $5, and then you add that to the total monthly fee. So each month they pay 2x minus $1, and they've had the car for 6x plus 2 months. So you just multiply the monthly fee times the number of months, and then you add that product to the base. So to start, we are just going to bring down the base fee. We're not going to do anything with it. It's still in parentheses. The first step is just going to be multiplication here of the two binomials. So as you can recall from previous units, whenever you multiply binomials, you're going to FOIL. So you start by multiplying 6x times 2x, that is 12x squared. And then O, which is outer, 6x times negative 1 is negative 6x. And then inner, which is 2 times 2x, is going to be positive 4x. And then finally, last, so minus 2. So now that we have this, we are going to bring down the base once again, as we're going to simplify this big polynomial here by combining some like terms. So we still have 5x, or x squared plus 5, still in parentheses, but now we still have 12x squared because there are no like terms for x squared other than 12. And we're going to combine these two like terms right here. So negative 6x plus 4x is a total of negative 2x. And then the base term here, just minus 2. There's nothing that we can add to it. So now now that we've multiplied, we just have to add these two polynomials. So I'll switch to eraser mode, and you just drop the parentheses and combine like terms. So now we have the expression of x squared plus 5 plus 12x squared minus 2x minus 2. So the sum of this is 13x squared, because x squared plus 12x squared. And then there's nothing to combine with the negative 2x. It's the only term that is just at x. And then we have the base terms that we can combine for positive 3. 5 plus negative 2 is 3. And that is the total amount that Jack and Jill have paid on their car insurance so far, and that concludes the third problem.